All right, we're just testing this out right now as a stream. I'm going under settings just to see what the stream settings is set at. Streaming, YouTube, output is good, audio is good, video is good, hotkeys looks okay. General, okay. So this looks good. Now we're going to try and see what it looks like on a tablet for you guys. All right. 3 of you are watching right now, which is really cool. This is my first test with OBS. I hope you guys don't mind being my guinea pigs. I am just going to check what the live chat's saying. Aaron's here. And Dreamcast 86 is here. AutoXTacy is here. Man, your FPS is always so darn good. Wish the rest of us could get that. Auto. I really wish you guys can get it, and soon. Hopefully before March. But 3.1 is going to be a March supposed release, so we're going to see what happens there. Right now, I'm just going through some of my screenshots and showing you. I'm using OBS. Now, I'm just also going to see the quality. Can you guys tell me, if you go to quality, what type of quality you guys can jump up to? Right now, I can do 1440 on my tablet, but my tablet doesn't do 4K. Tell me, do you have the option for 4K? Aaron, I'm not in Discord right now. I'm just testing out my system performance running OBS at 4K streaming. How is it going, Sataro? Junkyard space, junkyard in space. Pretty good, guys. I managed to set up OBS for 4K streaming on the same system just to see what happens. But instead of using the GPU, I'm using the CPU. So I'm going to go and just check what type of usage is happening. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to transition to the desktop. Transition. Oh, here, I'll transition now. There you go. So right now, I haven't launched Star Citizen yet. I just want to see what's happening. It's using 16% right now to stream this, but the memory is up to 9.7. The disk is hardly being used. Ethernet streaming is, sending it to you guys relatively good. I set it to 12,000, so the quality should be relatively good. Yeah, you guys have 4K. Nice. Oh, Aaron, don't ask me how work goes, guys. That's real life. Let's keep it Star Citizen, okay? I don't want to break immersion, but I'll answer you this. That real work is fun and challenging at the same time. There's only so much time to go around, right? Wow, and a shout out to all my new subscribers if you are tuning in or if you're jumping in. I'm at 1,744 subscribers right now. Wow. We should have like a 5,000 subscriber party. I'm getting way ahead of myself. But with that said, it's 4K Ultra HD at 30 FPS right now, because I know that getting a 60 FPS server is tough. But we're going to see how this OBS holds up. Junkyard in Space has finally got myself an SSD. So much difference. Okay. Just tell us in chat, what type of difference are we talking about here? 5 frames a second difference? You were like getting 15 and now you're getting like 20? Or is it like you were getting like 10 and now you're getting like 25? $10 or so startup and log in to PTU takes like 15 seconds now. Yeah. Yeah, an SSD is just a sanity thing, It's just worth getting. All right, I'm going to switch back. I'm going to transition again. There we go. Let's see what happens if you guys see this. Yeah, and Dreamcast says it's best to keep at 30 for stability. Absolutely, guys. I mean, I can locally record at 60 if I needed to. I think OBS can stream and record locally. I'd have to test that out. But I don't know if the system is adequate for OBS 4K streaming and recording at the same time. I think it is, as long as I use the same encoder. Look at the hard drives. They're hardly being used. I don't know if you guys see it yet. Yeah, right now you're still seeing screenshots, huh? I am using OBS Studio mode on the right-hand side, and I thought I was showing you my desktop, but I guess I'm not. Oh, there it is. It is there. Never mind. Okay, Junkyard Space, I'm getting an average 25 up from 10 to 20. Between 10 and 20 before on a mechanical drive. Do you know if that mechanical drive was 7,200 RPM? Or was it like one of those high-end 15,000 or 10,000 RPM mechanical drives? Yeah, I'm asking Junkyard in Space because he upgraded to an SSD. So it's pretty good. Wow, 10 of you guys are watching now. Thank you for tuning in. I know this is just a test, so the fact that you kind of joined me, that's really nice. Oh, looks like I just had our network. Oh, that's right, because I said. So I'm going to lower my quality because I'm watching it right now for myself. I'm going to drop that down. All right. All right. So there's 11 people in chat now. So you guys are pretty much seeing that you have the option for 4K now. I don't know if you guys have 4K monitors, but if you did, it would be nice to see. Dreamcast says, Sit, do you know if in between major updates, will SE get small patches, hot fixes? If it's server side, I don't see why not. I know when 2.60 came out, they did small updates. Then we got 2.61, 2.62, 2.63. So and that was what I consider small updates. And then we didn't get anything until 3.0, right? Auto X, it says, I use 1080 Ti at 4K on a 4820K, running at speed of 4.5 gigahertz. Excellent. 16 gigs of RAM, Windows 7. I rarely see more than 25 frames. Lately, about 20 frames. And is that an SSD? I'm pretty sure you do have an SSD on that system. See what happens. I mean, if you have a second SSD kicking around, pop it in and see if, like, 60 gig or something like that, or even a 50 gig if you have it, to see if you put Star Citizen on it, if it actually boosts your performance a little bit. Auto Tracy says, 4K is gorgeous. Your high quality is what brings me versus other places. I love it. All right, buddy. You're my guinea pig right now because I can't see it, right? So I am going to go back to because you see we're getting the CPU usage 18%. So I had that headroom because in PU, Star Citizen didn't really use up all the CPU. So I'm using the CPU as encoder. It's doing 4K Ultra UHD at 30 frames a second. So you notice my RAM, my memory, because people are saying, oh, should I stick with 16? Well, I don't even know if 32 is good enough to do 4K streaming on the same box running Star Citizen. You know what I mean, guys? It's like, maybe I have to upgrade to 64. So what I might end up doing is switching out these 4 8s to 4 16s. Why would you need to do that? Well, it's either that or get a second PC going. So I think spending, a little bit on RAM, DDR4 would be better. But we'll see. I'm hoping 32 gigs. Right now, I have my swap file disabled. So I think we're going to squeak. Just barely. So we're going to see. All right. AutoX says, RAID 0, 850 EVOs. Auto, latency is the one that's really important, not throughput. So RAID 0 is awesome. It really is, but I wonder how the latency would be affected, right? I'm starving. What's for lunch? Aaron says. I'm sorry, man. Not 100%, but it was an Seagate STCL 4000. 4400. Yeah, it might be a 7200. You called it hybrid SSD HDD. Oh, okay. That is probably a better, definitely better, but it's still mechanical because once you run out whatever buffer it had, whether it's 64 megabytes or I don't know what size it would be, it would run out real quick with Star Citizen. I've got the Team Lotus fan says he has a 4820, 16 gigs, DDR3, which is good, 1080 for the win, Windows 10, SSD, still getting about 13 to 18 frames a second. What's the CPU clocked at, Team Lotus fan? Because that'd be nice to know. Team Lotus fan, and I'm only asking it to do 1080p resolution. Exactly, it should be able to do that. I'm just wondering what the CPU speed is set at. I'm only asking to do, yeah. Nikita, hello there. Welcome. We're doing 4K OBS streaming right now. If you can please just check if you can have the option for 4K in quality. Mine is a Ryzen 1700X, 16 gigabytes, 1070 on an SSD, and I get a random 20 to 50. So it's not really consistent. But actually, the 1070 might be your bottleneck there. You tell me when you're in the PU, tell me what the max average usage is when you're getting like between 20 and 50. Is it like 75, 80? Yeah, it's still network side. We all know that, guys. Garrett Nicholas says salutations, and yes, indeed, to all viewing right now. Team Lotus fan says it's 3.7. You know, Team Lotus fan, maybe if you get liquid cooler expander, see about overclocking that 4820K. It might help. Hi mate, just in from work, straight to your stream. Sabrir Buzz says, well, welcome, and I appreciate it. Shout out to all you guys tuning in right now. I know this is a test. It's an OBS 4K test. You should see the quality option if you're on a PC. If you're on a tablet, it'll probably just max out at 1440. Team Lotus fan says the 1080 for the win should read as EVGA 1080 GTX for the win edition. Okay. Dreamcast says Dreamcast 87, he says his Ryzen 1070 it's between 35 and 50. Well, that's really good, man. For PU, that's really good. Nikita says 4K confirmed working. Nice, guys. All right. So as you can see, this PC and its overhead, the fact that in Star Citizen the CPU has, on average 60 usage, we're going to probably now see what this system can really do. We're going to push it. I'm already almost 10 gigs of RAM. So I think we're okay. Remember, I have my swap file turned off. But the GPU right now is at 20, which is strange because I'm pretty sure I selected the encoder. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I selected the encoder for it being the CPU. So let's go to video, by cubic scaling, audio, output. Here it is. Software. I'm not using NVENC. So, yeah. General. All right, guys. I'm going to cancel this, and we're going to try this and see what happens. Here, I'm just going to transition back to the desktop. Oh, sorry. Transition back to the desktop. Don't know what's going to happen. Launch game. Transition. Let's see what happens. Oh, come on. Transition. I got to turn off auto. So I'm going to go into tools and auto scene switching, and I'm going to stop that. Close. All right. And transition. Let's see. That is weird. All right. Here we go. Now it's better. All right. While in menu mode, just tell me with the quality if it actually kind of drops or anything. Lockdown. Hi, man. How's it going? 7:20 my time. Way to see you guys. Aaron, tell me details. When your Discord direct messages. Yeah, I'm not in Discord. No problem, man. NVENC is NVIDIA. Same as Shadowplay. Absolutely. Auto X Tracy says, Lotus, I can hit 4.8 gigahertz at 4. That's steep, Auto, but even 5.0, but voltage jumps to 1.5. I'm also on the extreme custom water cooler. CPU never goes over 55. Yeah, you're fine, man, Auto. All right, Nikita, can you just check again on the stream? How's the quality? Pretty okay? So far, I have a 5-second delay, guys. My KBS is 12,324 kilobytes a second upload. CPU is about 20%, 18.7 to 20% at 30 frames a second. Oh, Team Lotus fan says, I'm on an H100i V2, so I can give overclocking a try. You know what? If you're going to overclock, stay around 4.2. Just try that. I think 4.2 is probably a good. 4.5 is ideal. Okay. Now, notice my memory is now at 12.3. So, quality is excellent. Thanks, guys. Nikita says it seems good. All right. Let's first go to Arena Commander, just to see what type of performance we get, okay? It's pretty straightforward. There's nothing really special about it. Free flight. Free flight, there we go. I will select free flight. All right. Oh, interesting. All right, I'm gonna go free flight and just go with this. Let's change ship. We'll go with we will go with the Merlin. All right. And select ship and launch game. Let's see what happens, guys. Oh yeah, this is it. My CPU auto overclocks at 3.5. That's not bad. Oh no. I don't like when that happens. You guys know why that happens? Where I just get in this location and I don't know. That's kind of weird. Let's see. Team Lotus says, we have the same CPU. Just step it up slowly. Again, I'm at 4.5 gigahertz at 1.45 volts. And, each CPU is a little different, so be careful. And also, the heating, the custom cooling might be a little different too, right, guys? So, it's weird. It's strange what I'm seeing here. I guess, is this normal, guys, to be in free flight mode and having this, being in the center of the map, it seems? I'm going to just exit. I'm going to go exit to menu. I'm going to say yes. And we're going to see what happens. So the CPU dropped down, which is understandable. All right. Tremendous. We have the same. Okay, Garrett Nicholas says, probably a good idea if you put the FPS counter on too. Absolutely. All right, let me just do that first. So no, R display info 3. Thanks, guys. I was meaning to try Riva Tuner, just give you guys a little bit bigger thing, but I'm all good. All right, so GPU's at 100%, pretty much. NVIDIA 1080 Ti. Having a secondary GPU might be prudent, or a secondary system, right? I'm using the CPU as the solution for me. So I'm going to go back to the main menu. Yeah, everything is in 4K. OBS is also encoding. So, guys, the whole kit and caboodle, okay? This is the whole kit and caboodle. Let's go to Star Marine and see what happens. So, multiplayer, last stand, and find match. Here we go. All right. All right, let's see. It looks like it's coming back. Do. All right, let's see.
Our target, Station
Alright.
Damien. Used to be a worker waste station, but the only thing it's helping to build now is a whole mess of trouble. Marine reporting for duty.
So I'm getting 30 frames a second now, right, guys? Just give me a sec. Yep. Alright. Just want to verify something. I want to close this down. Alright. I'm going to leave that there. Actually, yeah, that's good there. 37 frames now, so it must have loaded everything in. Hey, Malice, Draco. Nice to see you guys. Just doing a test with OBS at 4K. If you check your browser, you'll be able to see if 4K is actually an option. So far, so good. Of course, my GPU rather, is at 100%. So, just so you guys know, I was getting more than 30 frames a second here before. So, yeah, definitely a second GPU might be a good idea. But it's strange because I have software encoding in, and I'm not using NVMe. I was thinking it was going to be the CPU. So, I'm going to quickly just check if that's indeed the case. So just hang tight, okay? Let's see. What am I doing wrong? Settings. Stream is good. Output. Software. Encoder. Alright. Let's go video. That's all it is. I checked this already. I did. And video, I can't change any of that. And advanced. So this is what I'm using. NV12 for color format. Partial, not full. Normal priority. This is the audio. Oops. Audio monitoring device. Okay. Do you guys see anything that I'm doing wrong? I knew you could do it. You bandits. Finally, 4K. 4K does show as an option. Excellent, Malice. And tell me, tell me if the quality is decent, because I'm uploading right now at 12,000 kilobytes a second. I could probably do 15 if it's not good enough. Just want to see, if the quality is decent or not, right? And we're night now. I'm going back here. Oh, right. I have to go here, grab OBS, put it where it belongs. All right. Now, I don't have Discord open right now, guys, just in case it was going to take more RAM or something, okay? So, it's looking good. The Lonely Pilgrim says, switch to 4K quality, took a dump, looks better at 1080 for me. Okay, remember guys, if 4K can bring your internet connection speed down. 4K is not for slow potato links, okay? Isn't 4.6 color space the CRT color space? I thought 601 rather. Uvandis, I don't really know for sure, but Auto X Tracy says quality equals great, no issues. All right, as long as I know if you guys are okay, just drop down to even 1440, okay? Uvandis, sorry, Lonely Pilgrim, try 1440. By the way, is your display 1440, Pilgrim? Dreamcast, at work watching on a crappy monitor, so I have 720p Dreamcast is good. I just need to know. That's all this is for. Just to see, will this system push 4K streaming and play Star Citizen with 32 gigs of RAM and no swap file. I mean, I will enable a swap file if it works for now, but there's reasons to go beyond 16, more than most. All right. All right, so I'm going to run a little bit. In EVA. Quality is great, more or less smooth. Watching 4K PC standing. All right. Oops. Sorry, guys. All right. Too bad nobody's joining me. It's like nobody plays this game anymore. No, I'm pretty sure there's other issues that kind of... Wow, there's a hole in the side now. That's better than dropping in from the top. Wow. No complaints here. So it's about 50 frames a second, 52 frames a second. Ubanda says the perfect combo, 1080 Ti with a 1070. Yeah, honestly, it might. But then what happens, because the system, guys, is an i7 8700K, if I put anything in the next 16 lane PCIe slot, both of them are going to drop down to 8 times. Now, will it be a big hit in performance? I don't think so. Not because I will be maxing out that 8 times at 3 on PCIe 3 because I play in 4K, right? And the Lonely Playground says 1440 is fine, so that means your internet's pretty okay. The 4K stream is pretty flawless. Team Lotus fan says, thank you, man. That's what I wanted to see, okay? And I appreciate you guys being here helping me with this test. Goodbye. That means I will definitely need a second PC to do 8K. Ha! I kind of knew it anyway. Alright, so now let's go back to main menu and see how the PU works. So do you notice a measurable difference in FPS removing the swap? You know what? I didn't even care about the swap file. I just didn't want it messing up my drives. That's why I kill it all the time. In a mechanical drive sense, I'd always have to worry about defragging. But since it's an SSD, it's not quite as bad. But I just don't want a swap file. It's the same reason why on certain memory I don't do logging with, for instance, Linux. Ugh. I just don't want to do it because it'll shorten the life of my drives, right? Just paranoia. That's all it is. All right. So, guys, I'm going to join somebody's server. Let's go small. That means I doubt this is a small, a young server. It's probably an older server, but it's 9 of 50. So we're going to see what type of performance we get, okay? Team Lotus asks, Auto X Tracy, I'm not discouraged, but I wish it was at least 30 considering my setup. I know, man. It will happen. Honestly, guys. All I'm trying to do is just eke out performance. It's kind of like overclocking, but not really. Just basic stuff, you know. So right now, my Ethernet is pretty busy. So we'll see how good this is for you guys. All right. So with that said, I'm just going to transition something. No, I'll just wait patiently. No doing anything funny. This is first run. I didn't even test this. This is you guys seeing me test it, all right? No, why didn't you do that? You should always do this off the air, man. I decided to share it with you guys. All right. So far, 35 frames a second. 36. We know that this is not a full server. It's probably a decent server to boot. All right, Ubanda says, I don't think current graphics cards are throttled by 8 times PCIe. I know, Ubandis. I myself did tests, and I'm thinking 1080 Ti at 4K is bottlenecked. You lose about 5%, but it's not the end of the world. All right, so there we go. I've heard this issue before. My memory didn't cap out. My GPU is kind of doing its own thing. But did you see? It crashed. Now, I have had other streamers telling me that they've had problems like this before, where OBS would just, crash their client. So I'm thinking there is something to that. Now, I do have the latest drivers. Yeah. Yeah, see, yeah, Junkyard, if you're not loading anything, you should be getting decent frames. But if you have to constantly load things, it's going to be a problem. Anybody else notice or have been trying to use OBS and get things like that? Where it kind of kicks you out of the client? I don't know what I can possibly do I'm not even overclocking the GPU right now. Yeah. That is strange. All right, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch this and get rid of Affinity on one processor, just in case. Oh, Ubana says you can also go with 1600p or 1800p. Yeah, I could. I'm going to go to 1440p if I can't, and see if that also crashes the system. Actually, I'm pretty sure it will, but I'll just try it. Yes, it's there. Just gotta wait for them to optimize the game. Absolutely, Aaron. My GPU is doing whatever it is doing. I died when you said that. Okay, sorry, man. All right, so let's try this again. I'm going to try just USA, just for fun, and I'm gonna just do a location. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to see if it actually works longer than. And I'm gonna keep an eye on. I'm not going to move out of bed. I'm just going to stay in bed until everything's loaded and everything's normalized and see if something else is going on. And for the 33 watching me doing this OBS test at 4K, I appreciate it. If you're just tuning in, you can always just check the quality selection, and 4K should be an option. I'm just thinking that there might be a problem with OBS and Star Citizen right now. So I might, if this crashes out again. So memory is at 18. I might have to enable swap. 19. I know I could do 24, no problem, on the system without needing to swap. I'm just gonna wait patiently. Let's see, the disk is loading. You can see the Optane drive is doing its thing, loading all the assets into game. Samson might join us on the weekend. No problem. Kitty Litterbuzz says, hi. Sitaro, how did the training go? Oh, I haven't. That's next week, guys. I'm going to be doing that next week. So it'll be fun. Lots of fun. I'm going to be really busy then. So I wanted to get this out of the way. All right, right now we're breaking 76 frames a second. I mean, 76%. I am going to do this. Our display 3 and go back and see what happens. And now it looks good. I mean, quality's probably pretty okay, right? There's the T. Let's go under options, verify everything's on the up and up. Very good. All right. Let's just wake up out of bed now. Oh, CPU is at 100%. 100% CPU, guys. 100%. GPU isn't doing nothing, so we know it's server side. So right now it's me, my CPU is encoding. So how was the quality getting out of bed on the stream? Was it okay? Oh, I'm teaching, guys. I'm not training. I'm teaching. But enough about work. I don't like talking about real life in Star Citizen. It breaks immersion. I'll only go as far as your computers. And maybe some listening ears. All right, so GPU 0, NVIDIA GeForce 1080 Ti is at 77%. The CPU getting out of bed pretty much spiked to 100%. So, yeah. Having a secondary system at 4K, even 30 frames a second, might be wise. However, if I were to switch this to the GPU, it probably would be good too, but of course I'd take a small performance hit. So memory's at 20 right now, guys. And it's holding strong. It's doing its own thing. See, when I'm moving around, it's encoding, and it's always spiking to 100%. So don't mind me, but I'm going to go under details, and I'm going to go under Star Citizen, and I'm going to get rid of Affinity on 4. All right, so now that should give me a little bit of space. So this is CPU 4, guys, right there. So let's see what happens. Hello, are you in Discord? No, Yanni. Right now I'm trying to see. Okay, we're doing 95. Oh, it's back to 100. Okay, I'm going to have to do another one. I wonder which pair 4 is with. Is it 8 or 6? Let's see. Options. Oops, sorry. Not that one. Sorry. Let's go service details and set affinity. Well, I'll just get the adjacent one. I'll just get rid of 5 as well. So I got rid of 4 and 5, okay? 4 and 5 are no longer being used by Star Citizen. And so hopefully those are not hyper-threading. Hello, are you? Yeah, Johnny. For Craig, no issues at Auto X Tracy. Thank you very much, guys. Tacy, not Tracy. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna move it again. 100%. That's okay. I could see the encoder doing its thing, and it's also using some of the other ones. So having a secondary system for this is a wise decision, but I just don't want it crashing, right? I want stability. So I just opened up the door. I'm getting 28 frames a second right now in this server. This is an unknown server. I don't know how many people are in it or what's going on. Oh, look at that. There you go. Yanni Miss Sampu says, I would try to select 4 threads for OBS only and let the rest for the game. All right, let's try that. So let's do that. Let's go in under details. Hopefully I'm not going to kill you guys. I'm going to go under OBS now. OBS, set affinity. I'm going to set it to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's it. Tell me how the quality is, guys. I'll wait patiently, waiting for you guys to tell me if this is enough. Task manager. Let's see. I hope that's not all the majority of the physical cores, and the rest are hyper-threaded. That doesn't make any sense neither. Just call me Otto. Easier. All right, Otto. You got it, man. If the threads for the game are plenty, then take some off the affinity and put them on for OBS. Absolutely. All right. So there we go. We got it there. Just want to make sure the stream is okay, so I'm going to go to the OBS. And let's see. No dropped frames, which is good. There we go. All right. It's looking good. And I am going to resize this just a little. All right. Very good. And now back to the launching of the game. Yeah. Now Yanni's Yanni me Stampu says, then you should deselect those 1 to 4 threads off of SC. Yeah. So the affinity I'm going to be removing for Star Citizen once it's in the menu. And then we're going to try. All right. So there it is. I'm going to go under details, Star Citizen, set affinity. There we go. So now there's no process fighting for anything. So that's a Star Citizen, that's OBS. And OBS is pretty much maxing this out. So hopefully I gave it 2 physical cores and 2 hyper-threading cores. That's what I'm hoping. So the CPU is pretty much maxed out, 60 frames a second at the bottom right-hand side. You don't see that, but I'm going to see if I can enable it. R. Oh. There you go. 59, 50, 60. That's good enough for 60. So how is the quality, Otto? Just tell me, guys. Whoever else is watching in 4K. Junkyard Space, I don't know if you're still at 1440. Dreamcast, are you still at 4K? You should okay, let's try it out, guys. I'm gonna go in. But this time I'm gonna select a server I know. So here we go. We got 11 of 50 here on the server, and we're going in this way. We're gonna see. Yeah. Oh, is it the quality? Well, I understand OBS might need a couple more threads because of the encoding aspect of it, and I want it to be nice and clean. But just tell me, guys, how the quality is before I give it any more. Okay? No, Dreamcast, I'm not using G-Sync monitor. I'm actually using a 55-inch OLED Sony A1E. Unfortunately, I'm only at 1080. Okay, Garrett. No problem. Nikita says it's good. Yes, still at 4K, Dreamcast. Otto, if it drops in quality to 4K at all, I'll let you know. Thank you, buddy. All right, so here we are, waking up. I'm going to wait until everything stabilizes. We're not at 100% CPU. Ooh, we just hit 100% CPU. Around 88%. That's not bad. NVIDIA GPU is doing good. I'm getting 43 frames a second, roughly. Oop, dropped down there. Back to 43 frames a second. Nice. You can see OBS is totally maxing out. It's pretty much saying, I'm using these processors all for me. Mine, mine, mine. Right, getting out of bed, guys. I should probably give it one more, but we'll see. $32 gigs of RAM seems to be good. Remember, I'm not using the GPU for this, which is kind of cute, kind of cool. Ooh, I wish I could see myself, but I can't. It's a mirror. Can't see myself. All right. So 34 frames a second. Let's see. Loaded. The texture is pretty good. So far, so good. How's the quality, guys? I'm gonna adjust it. Oh, it looks like I'm stuttering. Am I stuttering, guys? A lot of frames, absolutely. Yep. All right, I can see that. It just can't encode fast enough. Okay, so let's go over here. It doesn't tell me I'm dropping frames because I'm thinking the frames is probably something else. Like, in other words, is my internet is good, but the system can't keep up. Right? Would you guys say that that's the problem? Yeah, I know, Ubandis, and I'm not dropping any frames right now. It just means the internet is not the problem, it's my encoder. So now there should be no drop frames, right? Because it looks like I'm not maxing out anything. You guys tell me. Okay, I'm going to wait just patiently now. I have an i7 7000 4.6 here. Would it be enough to run this game compared to an 87? Yeah, absolutely, man. What's your GPU and your hard drive and the amount of RAM you have? So less gaming. So right now, it's stuttering. Is it still stuttering, guys? Here, I'm just going to try. I'm just going to do a little bit of movement. Yeah, so it's at 100%. All right. Yeah, it's encoding frames. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and add a little bit more affinity to this. I'm going to go to set affinity. I'm going to get rid of 4. I'm going to add it to OBS, but it's pretty much telling me that if I wish to use the CPU, I am going to run into request issues and Star Citizen's going to crash out, which is nice to know that Star Citizen will sacrifice itself. So 2.6, 2.8 on OBS. Let's see, memory, and 7.5-ish on Star Citizen. All right. So I'm going to go over here, resize this, and resize that. Good. So far, no frames. I've been live for 45 minutes. The 34 of you watching are awesome. And now, tell me, is it still stuttering? It's probably not as bad now, right? Do you use X264 encoder now? Yes, that's what I'm using right now. Here, I'll show you. Settings, stream, video. Here we go. No video. Output. 6. See, I didn't do this. I wanted to do the test, right? Seeing if, because I know that CPU gives you a little bit better quality colors if you set it, and I might end up doing that. So now that I have this, it's all good. Auto, is it stuttering right now? So Solar says he has a 1060. Is it 3 gigs or 6 gigs? 16 gigs of RAM is okay. Thread 4 was used by the game to a greater percentage than 5 and 9. Absolutely. So let's see what it's doing now. There we go. So OBS is calmed down, and there's the game. Oh, did I? Yeah, I removed it on the game. All right, let's go back and see what we get. All right. So I'm going to just move slowly. Oh, something happened. Oh, it's almost as if the system was doing its silliness. Oh, I'm noticing stuttering now on the system. Ooh. Have you tried streaming direct from Shadowplay? Oh, streaming Loafer, absolutely. Shadowplay, or in this case, NVIDIA Experience is perfectly fine. Just maxes out at 1440 at 60 frames a second, which is all great and dandy. It also uses the GPU. I tried OBS 4K 30 just using the CPU because, you know, it wasn't using that much Star Citizen. But it looks like it's just not enough. All right. Solus says, oh, look at that. I'm moving forward and it's causing this. So it looks like maybe I'm not evenly distributing between hyper-threaded cores and physical cores. That might be a problem. So I might, these other cores right here might be hyper-threaded. So I'm going to change the affinity, okay? I'm going to change all the affinities. So I'm going to change set affinity. And the way I'm going to do it is, oh, yeah. Okay, so 1, 2. Eight. All right. So 0, 1, 4, 5, and 8. 0, 1, 4, 5, and 8. And let's try Star Citizen. Where's, oh, here it is. Silly me. Set affinity. 0, 1, 4, 5, and 8. Let's see if that helps. I mean, it's nice that it's holding together, right? There we go. So, cool wondered great channel, by the way. Loafer 1964, thank you, sir. And a shout out to all the new and subscribers. I appreciate you guys. Likes are awesome too. So if you guys like what you're seeing, please don't forget to like. Every other core. Oh, so Nikita says every other core. So use Afterburner to identify your physical cores versus... Okay, so let's see. Afterburner, right? MSI Afterburner. Let's see what it says. So I have it right here. So I'm opening it up. MSI Afterburner. Oops. Hey. I don't know. Oh. All right, there we go. All right. Temperature 1, temperature 2. It's all around 50. Usage. Oops. Looks like it's stuttering here, guys. Yeah. Whoa, guys. It says I have a page file now. Ooh, I don't like that. All right. I'm going to examine that later. So how do I check? Do I go under here, settings and monitoring? It just seems to say CPU 1, but it doesn't say anything about hyperthreaded. Yamano says, so 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 are physical cores. Well, then I guess I was doing it okay, guys. So 0, 2, 4, I'm going to give to Star Citizen. 6, 8, 10, I'm going to give. All right, let's do that then. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to disable hyperthreading right now. But I know what you mean now. So I'm just going to go ahead and shut this down. Close window. And sorry, guys, I didn't mean to cause all this. So much discovery. For science. All right, so Afterburner is turned off. Good. All right. And I'm going to go under processes. Actually, details again. So set affinity 0, 2, 4. So 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 2. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, that's what I'm going to give. That's it. Everything else is going to, oh, that's 4. Yeah, I'm going to give, this one I'm going to give 6 to Star Citizen and 6 to the other one. All right. Star Citizen details. And OBS set affinity. All right. 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. 6 each. There we go, guys. You're making me lag, Sataro. I can hardly walk 2 feet without getting 200 ping. Aaron, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't put it at 4K then, man. Your internet, you know. All right, guys. I'm just slowly moving around now. I've finished setting it. Ubanda says, in OBS, you have advanced settings you can enable in the outputs section. Lower your CPU usage there. Okay, let's do that. But then the quality goes down. I don't want to do that. So here, I think you mentioned this. OBS, advanced settings. So settings, advanced, and process priority, right? This is what you're talking about? Below normal, right? Or are you talking about the encoder itself? Like under video, you can do this, but I believe it was stream output. Here we go. We can change something in here somewhere. Oh yeah, output mode. No, that's simple. Aaron played BF1 at 1080p. All right. Yeah. All right, gentlemen that are have the 4K feed. How's it looking for you? Pretty okay right now? I'm going to move over here. Just moving this slowly. Just to see how it updates. Okay, Yoni says OBS can take full advantage of the hyperthreaded core as well. SC won't. So let's try giving OBS all the hyperthreaded cores, which should be the CPU with an odd number. Okay, plus 2 physical cores for OBS. No output for the end itself. There's the checkbox. It's no output for the end encoder itself. There's the check marks. Enable advanced encoder settings. All right, let's try this again. So far, it looks like it's holding. Let's just try this out, guys. I want to try this out just for now, okay? So give me a second. I want to see if there's any stuttering now. But the fact that the CPU is at 100%, it pretty much means, yeah. You don't want the CPU to ever go 100%. You want it to hover around 85, 90%, okay? Or else the performance is going to be affected. All right. Yeah, of course, while I'm standing still, I'm not doing any encoding, right? But then the CPU is toast. So I know this, you know what? I know NVIDIA Experience can do 1440 at 60 frames a second, no problem. Oh, no, I see a little bit of stuttering, guys. See, I'm watching it also on my little... It's not bad, though. It's a lot better. I'm just going to do this a little slow. I'm going to do now a pan. Now I'm going to run. Yeah, no, it's not smooth at all, guys. Anytime it hits 100%, something's going to suffer. All right. So let's try that affinity that's suggested. So I'm going to give this guy, set affinity, the odd ones. So here, 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 and 1. All right. That's it. Now I'm going to go to Star Citizen, set affinity, set affinity. I'm going to go to 4, 6, 8, 10. There we go. And I'll give it this one as well. I'll share that one common with both of them. All right. There we go. All right, guys. Yeah, at least it's not crashing. And there we go. Oh, absolutely, guys. That's why I wanted you guys to see firsthand how this works without me doing any special tests or anything. Ooh, that was interesting. Because they're sharing the same processor, it seems that I'll just wait patiently, let it finish loading, doing what it needs to, moving memory around. The nice thing is 32 gigs of RAM is holding strong, but apparently my system says that there might be a swap file enabled. So let's go here. Let's just see what he means, swap files enabled. Properties. And system. Advanced system settings. What's going on? Settings. Performance settings. Advanced. Virtual memory. No, I have it off. I don't know. Oh, I have it off, man. No paging. Alright, so that's just a weird thing from... Alright, guys. Let's see what happens. I'm going to move... Let's see if it helps. Oh, see, because they're sharing the same process, you know, I'm getting this weird hiccup. So that was once. At least it recovered from it. Oh, again. I'm not going to give it 0. Okay. I'm going to go back to details. I'm going to change the affinity here. I'm going to get rid of 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to give it both this one, and I'm going to go back to OBS, set affinity, and I'm going to get rid of 0 off of it. So it doesn't have a single physical core. We're going to see. Oops. All right. See how this... Oh, it crashed. Yeah. There's something wrong with the... When we evenly moved between physical and hyper-threading, it seemed to work okay. But when we didn't, it kind of went kooky. So let's not do that then. Yeah, I tried that. Yeah. It's close, guys. But, all right. If I want to do 4K, I can't use the CPU as an encoder. So, boo. Yeah. I'm going to try it one last time. Because right now, details, OBS, should have the affinity set to 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Right? And it seems like OBS is holding strong. So I'm going to launch the game now. I don't have a shingle like? No way. I'm kidding. Thanks, guys. Yeah, at least it's not crashing. Well, it did. I know. We're playing shenanigans here. Now, maybe, just maybe, if I get rid of the NVIDIA experience, it might improve performance just a tad, right? But we'll find out shortly. Because Star Citizen doesn't use OBS, I mean hyper-threaded very well. Excuse me, Mr. Annoying. Okay, let's try it again. Right now we got 16 of 50 people there. So we're gonna see. I know. If you're just tuning in off YouTube and wondering what we're doing, we're just testing if we can do 4K streaming with OBS and running Star Citizen on the same PC and using the CPU as the encoder. It's not looking promising. However, we almost got it, but we had to mess around with which core is used for which application and that, so on and so forth. So Ubanda says, you can also try Intel's QuickSync encoder built into the CPU, but my experience is it gives less image quality than, and yeah, if it gives less than NVENC, I'll rather use NVENC. But thank you for that option. So right now we're going to just try Star Citizen. We've offloaded OBS onto the hyper-threading cores. And we're going to just run Star Citizen where it is right now, and we're going to see if there's any merit to this. You can see the ones that are on hyper-threading are pretty much saturated. So let's see. Oh, that's just loading. That's just loading. So it's all good. Yeah, nope. Not at all. You can't. They cannot share at all. Yeah, Mela says, my game uses 50% of the CPU and 90% of the GPU. Yeah. Melis, my CPU is the 1800X. What about the GPU? What is the GPU? Is it 1070 or 1060? All right. In control panel, systems, advanced system settings, performance settings, adjust for max performance. Okay, sure. Control panel, system, advanced system settings, and performance. Oh, you mean these little annotations and everything like that? I'm not worried about that, guys. I don't need to do that. I leave it default. I know, because I like seeing the contents on the page that I move around and little things like that. So I leave it like that. I understand what you mean. That's not what's happening here. So, all right. So now let's go under details and OBS and set affinity. I will put this on 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. None of them are touching, supposedly. So back to the same thing. We're going to just try it. And go to Crusader and load on friends. Same server. Gotta stick with the same server. Dan K, nice system. Ubandis. Yeah. Went from a 6300, a huge jump. He has a 1700 now, a 1080, recently loving it. Absolutely. Now I'm actually running on my 970 still, and I'm getting a solid 20 to 25 in all our ship or order room. Yeah, Malice. That's not bad. It's good. You're doing good with that system. 16, so more than enough. Yeah, definitely. From the looks of it, 6 cores, anything less than 6 cores on Star Citizen is probably not the best performance. That's what I'm seeing here. But, you know, it's a bandwidth issue too, so let's not get too carried away. Let's just see. I'm going to try this. If it crashes again or if it stutters, I'm going to move to NVMe, not NVMe, but the GPU encoder, just to try. Oops. I don't know. Are we still streaming or am I buffering? Looks like I'm buffering. Still. And it will relax the CPU usage a little bit. Okay, Johnny says, there is an option for specify C, the Windows content. Yeah, it will relax the CPU a little bit. It will. Okay, fine. Let's just try it. Doesn't hurt to try, right? Oops, not Task Manager. Sorry. I usually go this way and right click on here and go Properties, Advanced Settings, Advanced Performance Settings, and Best Performance. Apply. There we go. And okay. See, now the contents don't move, but that's okay. All right, so now that we're here, we know that we're not overlapping. Is it streaming or is it buffering? What's going on, guys? It's buffering on my end. Let me just check. I hope it didn't crash. No, it doesn't look like it crashed. It just... Yeah, if you disable all the options, okay. When I run SC on OBS, I do the same thing, alternate threads so the game and OBS don't interact and I can stream fine. Malice says, but I had to run SC and OBS in admin to stay stable. Ooh, okay. I have an extra 970. Is it possible to put that in my system to stream well? It depends if Dreamcast, because you're using AMD, I don't see why not. The CPU has more than enough PCIe lanes. Dan K says, I streamed it from my 1700 just fine with no impact on me and NC. Otto Tracy says, 8 cores is what I've seen as the best OBS for gaming on the same rig. Maybe research this. Absolutely, Otto X Tracy. I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. All right, here we go, guys. But just tell me, do you guys still see a feed? Am I lying in bed or is it loading for you guys? I'm getting out of bed right now. So say yes if you see the stream, me getting out of bed. Oh, Nikita, it does offer using the GPU rather than the CPU. So I haven't installed anything. I just installed OBS the way it is. Nikita's asking, what options from encoding does OBS offer other than software? Mel says, I'm using the 970 and AMD CPU. It streams fine. Absolutely. Is that an 8-core Malice? Or a 12-core? Well, right now I have 6-core physical and 6 hyper-threaded, so. Okay. So what the options that it gives, if you go here, under settings, under video, sorry, output rather. It gives you these two options. And right now I'm doing software. All right, yeah, it looks like it's working now. So, all right, so I'm gonna see if moving works. I'm just moving slowly. Let's see if I can get into Boar's washroom here. Nope, it doesn't work. Performance is okay right now. Weird. Slow CPU preset while streaming SC8 won't ever go less than 8 cores again. Slow CPU preset. Okay. Dan K. Akita, you can use x86 encoder CPU and Intel QuickSync, but yeah, the encoder's like, yeah. So far it's pretty good, but I got that weird hop there. Oh, there it is again. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work with the staggering. So let's just see. Enable advanced encoding settings. There it is. Very fast is what I'm having. So what should I do? I know fast is more CPU. Higher is so super fast. Hey, let's see if super fast works. All right. Sorry. And let's see how the quality is. By the way, to have the task manager window on top of the game reduces performance. I know, Yanni, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm again, guys. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go back to the way I had Infinity set up. So not doing staggering right now because it seemed to have worked okay. So I'm going to go set affinity. I'm going to go 1. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to just give it 4. I'm going to give it 5. No, I'm not going to give it 5. I'm going to give it 4. If you can't do it, then too bad. I won't do it anymore. I'll need a second system. I'm going to get one anyway because I want to do 8K, right? 800X is a con more money for the same thing. Oh yeah. No, remember guys, I built this as a minimum PC spec. I'm looking for one that actually does the whole kit and caboodle. So I was going to originally start with an i9, but then I said, nobody can afford an i9 the way I'm going to build it. So I'm not going to do that. It's not going to help anybody. At least this system gives you, hey, you can still stick with your 2600K and all you have to do is these things, right? It's not so far, it's in the same class as the 2600K and the 4770 and the 4790K. So, all right, so Star Citizen, set affinity. Let's go, 5, 6. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there it is, it has 8 now. That's what we wanted. Oops. There we go. All right, Crusader, friends, 16 of 50. Here we go. Why, Yoni, shouldn't I give it CPU 0? It's going to have less. Last time I gave it CPU 0, it worked okay. It just stuttered. Or are you thinking CPU 0 should definitely go to Star Citizen? So I should do the opposite? Instead of having it OBS the first 4, I give Star Citizen all 8 and then give OBS the last 4. Is that what you're thinking, Yoni? I went the better binning chance. Ah, yes, Malice went to the 1800X for better bidding chance. And he had the money, so why not? Totally understandable. So I'm just waiting for Yanni. Okay, I'm getting out of bed now. Seeing how this works. Oh, I lost 10 viewers, but thank you for joining me when you did. I know it's getting kind of boring. Don't mean to bore you guys. Senseless. Alright. Let's see if... Oh, it was loading stuff. Let's see. I'm walking slowly now. There we go. Never hitting 100%, which is good. Definitely good. Not hitting 100%, and that's what I wanted to see. Anytime I hit 100% on anything, I know it's already over. So, yep, that was it. Nothing was using 5. That was, I mean 4. Not even Star Citizen. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to go details, OBS, set affinity, all. All right. OBS is done. I'm going to end the launcher. So there, that's done. I am going to go over here. I think it pretty much translated what I expected to see. If I could do is not mess with the affinity, that would be nice, but all right. So what I'm going to do now is under output, I'm going to go to this and high quality. I'll just leave it that way. All right. There we go. Let's see what happens. All right. So, task manager, performance, and I don't know if I have to restart it, but I don't think I do. So we'll see. Launch game. All right. Lots of drop frames at the moment. Yep. All right. It stutters. CPU 0 is used by OBS, so if it goes to 100% usage because of OBS encoding it, slow down the whole computer. Ah, Johnny, thank you for that. No, I'm getting in, JT. Hello guys, Exhale. How's it going? We're doing 4K streaming with OBS. We just tried the CPU side. Johnny, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this and see if it actually is any better. And then if it is, you know, I'll go back to the CPU just to try it one more last time. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to go join friends again. Same server. I set the affinity on OBS to 100% on the CPU. I changed to the encoder for the GPU. Tell me if the quality has come down a little. And JT pre 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't look like the servers are down. So if I'm able to get in, well, look at that. Game detached error. Maybe it is down. You called it. You're the canary today. All right, third time just worked. Okay, I will do it again. I will try this one then. 21 of 50. Exhale. Don't inhale. All right, so Aaron says, Exhale says, your stream are really great. Thanks, sir. I appreciate Exhale. We're trying OBS and on the same system, not a secondary system. We tried the CPU because it wasn't using it at 100%. I know that when I normally streamed at 1440p, 60 frames a second, my GPU would pretty much get 100% if I'm doing a whole bunch of camera work with depth of field and I'm zoomed in. So I was trying to see, hey, maybe I could take advantage of OBS and just run off the CPU. But it looks like there's resource conflicts with Star Citizen and OBS. So I'm going to wait until this... Oh, it looks like a little bit better performance on this server anyway. The CPU is at 80%. Oh, it peaked to 100%. I just got online, so the canary is on a goose chase. All right. Let us see. Now, can you change encoders without having to rebroadcast the stream? Is that even possible? Even though you're just configuring your settings. I'm truly enjoying your stream. Keep it up, Solaris Gaming. Thank you very much, sir. This is helpful for anyone that wants to use OBS too, right? To a degree. And there's nothing bit special. I have scene 1 and scene 2. Scene 1 is the desktop. Scene 2 is image slideshow. That's pretty much all it is. Alright. Now, I have OBS under details. OBS is set to infinity, all of them, and Star Citizen set affinity to all of them. Now, I could probably change this, no problem, but I'm going to see if it crashes now that I'm not using the CPU as an encoder. So, let's see. Wow. Now the GPUs are being used. 33 frames a second. Oh, yeah, that's right. Display info 3. All right. 34 frames, 35. Alberto says, wow, it's getting 100% usage. Yeah, OBS and 4K streaming. If you check your quality and your cog, if you have a 4K monitor and you got decent internet speed, you can select 4K. So how's it looking? I'm moving now, so it's encoding. Ooh, that was a little stutter on my end. So hopefully it doesn't show up, and if it does, you guys can see it. So far, so good. Oh, that was me just putting that in. All right. Now, of course, I know when I record locally, there's no problems. But at the same time, I'm not using OBS at the time. So there is one thing to be said. NVIDIA Experience seems to get better recording and streaming performance because it gets it right from the GPU, where OBS uses the encoder after the video's left the GPU. So it's quite interesting. So far, so good. Oh, nope. Crash. That was a total crash. What is going on? Yeah, it looks like it. If anyone. Yeah. OBS is using CPU right now. So even after I changed it, So this is what I did. I went over here, went under settings, went output, changed it to this. But maybe it's because of this. So I'll just leave it high performance. Should I put any custom encoding settings? Or nah? This is how I have it right now. And this is it. NV12. Priority normal. Streaming. Yep. General. All right. So there we are. All right. Let's launch game again. Eric says, what about having the second card OBS to stream? Honestly, I'd be better off probably grabbing my 2600, put it in one of these boxes. If the motherboard fit, I would do it. But anyway, getting a secondary computer set up for streaming. But the issue is, what card do I use for 4K streaming? Or 8K for that matter, right? Is it really worth it? I definitely can just add another GPU, but then my bus lane starts to get, affected. So if this is using let's just try it again, because I lowered down the performance just a tad. Okay, let's try this. Gonna go now. Good luck with that test, Sataro. Dreamcast 87, no problem, man. I appreciate it. Quagate, mild stutters sometimes. Yeah, I don't like the stutters, guys. I hate that. You know, I'm just wondering if I just trying something and I'm doing it wrong. It's a high possibility I'm not doing it the way I used to. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. All right. I might take OBS off of 0 just because. So details, OBS, because I was told that it might affect the system. OBS is now off of 0. It's the only thing I'm doing, really. All right. I've taken OBS off of 0. CPU is pretty much 100%. Yeah. Yeah, Otto says, if you plan to do 4 8K stream, do your stream on a second box. Absolutely. And that way, even if my main system crashes, I can still keep the stream up with no problems, right? Do you use NVENC now? Yes, I set it to that without restarting the stream, though. So what is the problem with using NVENC in OBS and 4K? It's just the color quality is not as good, you know? CPU is much better. But, you know, it's still okay. All right, so I know that CPU is at 100. I removed OBS from 0, Affinity. So we'll see what happens. Oh, nope. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to verify this again. This time, guys, I'm going to interrupt this. I'm going to restart OBS and restart streaming with the same encoder. So hopefully it's going to be a temporary issue. So let me just verify this. I'm going to open up Chrome and go over here. All right. YouTube's. All right, there. My channel. Live. And I'm going to go to live control panel. All right. Let's verify. There it is. All right, gents. It was smoother before the crash. Absolutely it was. But I'm going to go over here. And now I'm going to pause this. Stop streaming in. All right, we should be back. And it was mentioned that here we go. All right. I'm just going to go under profile. It was mentioned that my CPU is so high. That's because I was running OBS, guys. So let's see what happens now. Let's see. Stream video. Yeah, should still be 4K. Yes, I hope so. And the CPU is a little less now. The reason why is because I'm using this. Just had to restart it, I guess. All right. So we're going to see if it works. And let's get some audio in here. Ooh. It looks so beautiful. I love it when 4K works flawlessly. Johnny, my CPU speed is set at the top 5K and 4.7 the low. I just let him auto because not all cores can sustain it perfectly, and I don't want any errors, so this is the best way I can run it without any problem. All right, RAM Buzz, he says 4K. It's like control panel, I mean. So I see the CPU speed is not stable, so do you have to set the max performance mode enabled in the energy cost options? Well, let's just verify. I thought I did, but let's see. Let's go here. energy, power options. High performance. Change, turn off display to 20. Let's see. Minimum, 100%. Processor maximum, 100%. Active. Yeah, it looks good. It's just, in the BIOS, I told it to regulate that, right? All right, let's go. Let's see what we got, guys. Hopefully it's better. Now, this time I have YouTube opened. So, that should be okay, I think. It's saying, we are not receiving video data at fast enough rate. Your viewers may experience buffering. Ensure your connection is fast enough or consider slowing bitrate. Let me just refresh. If it updates a little bit. Oh yeah, no, it's gotten better now. So, all right, I am now on watch page. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what happens with this. Okay. Let us see. All right, so how's the quality, guys, right now? Pretty okay? Okay, I'm closing. I'm going to turn off this just to make sure everything's okay. Moving this aside. There we go. Now at least I get to compare the two. All right, here we go. Crusader. Ooh, this is such a pain. Show this again, thank you. All right, and let's go here. 13 of 50 players. Okay, RAM. Auto. How's the stream looking so far? Kilobits per second seems to be at 11 right now. I have 0 drop frames. Seems like it's slowed down a little bit. Oh, there's the server issue. All right. Just gonna see settings. My output is 1200. Okay, 12,000 rather. All right, so let's try this again. This time I'm just gonna go. Any region works. All right. Rambos. I know. It's probably too high, right, Ram? I just have it on this 55 inch. I'm like a meter away from it, so. Yeah, watching 4K video on 1080 monitors somehow. Yeah, Eric, you can. In fact, I wouldn't go higher than 1440 to be honest. Quality equals big black screen. Yeah, with a little white screen on the bottom right hand side, right? Hello. We are testing 4K video using OBS. Originally we tried the CPU. We ran into some issues between the CPU usage and Star Citizen, so now we're trying on the GPU. There we go, display info 3, and we'll see how this works. All right. Oh, things are loading. Everything is loading into memory. Wow, my CPU is not being touched. I wish I could jump it between the two. But now, just to get 28 frames a second, my GPU is at 100%. Wow. Wow, I can say. How's the quality, guys? Hit and miss? Thanks for walking slow. It's appreciated. Wow, I'm getting stutters, guys. You guys getting stutters too, right? It's because the GPU is at 100%. Well, it's official. I need a second GPU or a second system. If I go to a second system, I just need a good 4K/8K input card. Or I put in a second GPU and use that GPU for the encoding, which would work as well. Yeah. I was getting better with the CPU, absolutely. But as you can see, the CPU is 50% on Star Citizen right now. Yeah, I need more CPUs, man, if I want to use it on this system. Aw, disappointment. Sad. What did I do to lower the shadow? This is what I did. I went ahead and reloaded OBS Studio. Because I'm using, YouTube's custom encoder key, I get to jump back on it. And I just changed from the output from this to this. Now there's high performance, so I'm just going to go default. Okay? I'm going to try if that helps a little bit. I doubt it though. Anytime something hits 100%, that means it's a bottleneck. Anything over 90 is a bottleneck as far as I'm concerned. But 100%, absolutely. See, there it is again. So, OBS at 4K is a no-no. Not on the same system. Solaris says, I should get a new Titan V for this setup. Yeah, maybe the Titan V would be able to handle it. Absolutely. There are Sitaro, there are hosting servers that can take the job of encoding the feed. Can't recall what they are called, but L1 Tech tested it. Okay. It's important to find out which one it is. Because if I could just get an external device, here's an example. I'll show you something, guys. Hear me out. And it might work, but the problem is it's an external recorder, right? It's external encoder, but it will not do streaming, right?